back. We are having so much fun here in our behind the scenes studio build. I am loving seeing everyone's smiles and comments. Rob, I didn't get rid of my bowling pin. I still have it. It's just in my home office space. If I give it here to the office, then I'll miss it. It's got glow in the dark stickers on it.
Rob, what would happen is if she has that bowling pin here, she's liable to hit Ken or Glenn with it.
Yeah, you never know. You never know.
It's safer over there. Dane's fast. He can run.
He's good at running. It's filled with glow-in-the-dark stickers, and if you haven't heard my hilariously weird story, I won that in high school at a mini bowling competition at the alley.
No way.
Amazing bowler, at least I was back in high school. Maybe not so much now. But we're having fun here in the studio, and we're about to, after this live stream, get down to some painting and wood wall building and furniture building and all kinds of fun stuff. So we'll be sharing updates as we go. And right now, if you are watching this here with us, make sure that you are signed up for Leap Into Live Streaming Bootcamp. It is kicking off on Monday, and we are so excited to share all of the amazing sessions with you. We've been lucky because some of our sessions are pre-recorded and some are live. So we've been watching all of the pre-recorded sessions, and I feel like I have tons of notes and questions all ready to go.
Yeah, like Heather and Tom, who are in the chat.
Who are in the chat.
Look, watch this, Heather. Oh, it doesn't work. Dang. Good Lord.
Oh my goodness. So today in the morning we were talking all about lighting, and we're better lit now, I think, than we were earlier, now that we're on the other side of that. And right now we're really excited because we have our favorite person from Shure on to answer all of our audio questions. Sure is.
Sorry, I had to do a Tom Buck real quick. Sorry.
Favorite person?
Favorite Shure person. Sure is our favorite person. Laura, thank you so much for hanging out with us and for putting up with us. We had all of the fun challenges, which made us late. Everything went crazy.
Stop.
Yeah, it's super fun because when you take everything apart in your studio, getting it back together is
Oh, it wasn't your fault. It wasn't your fault. But yeah, we're really.
It is not for the faint of heart. I tell you what.
It's not for the faint of heart. So
no,
it's not. We've had Laura on before, but don't let that stop you from still asking her all of the audio questions because she is a wealth of knowledge. So we're talking specifically about the MV7 today because you were kind enough to send us some for our studio. So look at us with these fancy, awesome mics. And we also have the SM7B here, which we love and have been using nonstop. And because I'm crazy, I also have my cute little Shure mic.
Your MV5. You
always on
MV5.
display, my MV5, which I use all the time.
It's so great. I love this guy too.
I know, he's so cute.
Fun.
He's so cute.
Hey, how come yours looks cooler? Yours is
I
black.
know,
Wait, nothing happened. No microphones are hurt in the filming of this live stream.
Then Doc broke the MV5.
Oh,
no, this is there is the MV5C. This one is specifically for conference calling because it takes out the DSP and makes it automatically overtake your mic and reject noise. The one you have, Katie, is the MV5, which has some cool modes for musicians and podcasters and things like that. So that's why it's different.
I'm fancy on my way to
really
music
nice.
/ podcasting.
Well, we knew
career.
this about you.
No, the only thing missing from the one you had in your hand is a Raider sticker, and it's perfect.
I disagree.
Yeah.
It's the right colors. That's why.
It's very true.
It is.
All right.
It is the right colors. Yeah.
I'm just scrolling through here in the comments. If you have a question, throw a Q in front of it so we don't lose it. We are talking all about audio today, microphones and Shure microphones.
Yes.
And everything between headphones. Maybe we can talk a little bit about
these
headphones.
are mine. No one's getting these.
Hands off the headphones.
Oh, I see one. I see a good one actually that Tom asked probably as a joke, but it's actually a legit question because you can make your own custom MV7. Do you guys know about this?
Oh,
we've been seeing it nonstop.
No, we got one for Heather. Yeah. Heather has one now. So she has purple and the ring that goes right here, the foam ring.
Yes.
She got hers with white, and we were thinking about when it was building it because we kind of built it live and we all got to watch her indecisiveness. I said it. I'm sorry. It was really cool that once it comes out, I'm thinking, I don't know about the white ring. The white ring makes it. So yeah, Colorware PC. Yeah. It is so Boom. I love it. I did
that
mock
might
one
be our
up, Tom.
next order today, right? As
Yeah.
soon as we get off with you.
I mocked the
Oh,
Ecamm
perfect.
one up
Great.
with blue yoke and orange body, I think. But yeah, I have a JPEG of it somewhere.
Yeah, we're ready, but that definitely makes it look so
So
amazing. we have a glow about us today. It could be the lights.
The lights.
It could be the
And then
Edison
Thomas
lights.
over here. Thomas is cool, but he
Yeah.
generates a lot of heat.
Everyone remind Doc not to touch that. Well, so tell us a little bit about the MV7 because this is a newer microphone for you guys, right?
It is. It's coming up on its 1-year birthday, I guess, though, in October, which is exciting. Yeah, so we launched it.
Happy birthday, Mike. Hey, Mike.
I know. Happy birthday, MV7. I mean, we have a lot of birthdays like that. Like, this company's been around since 1925, so we celebrate a lot of things, you know, like, and then like this one. Oh, I have all the toys. As Katie knows, like I always just like pull random microphones.
That's
out.
Tom's favorite mic. The 55 is just
Yeah,
the
this is the
bomb.
55, and this is the Super 55, which was like an anniversary edition, which is what made me think of birthdays.
It's fancy.
Yeah, so the MV7 came out last October, and we launched it because we realized that we needed to have something that would work for USB XLR as well. So you can kind of see it's got both XLR and USB outputs on it. And so it was a nice addition to our Motive line, but it's also kind of a nod to the SM7B. It's not the same as an SM7B, but it gives you flexibility by being a USB mic, being XLR, giving you some onboard controls. If you start off and you don't have an interface or it's just you know, it's a great option because it can grow with you. Like if you down the line get an Apollo Twin, like what I have, like you can have multiple microphones plugged in using the XLR. So, but the great thing about the MV7 specifically is that it's a dynamic mic. So a lot of times in the studio, people will use condenser mics, which is super fantastic if you're in a well-treated environment. But if you're in,
not right now.
I know you're in like Echo land over there. I'm actually gonna,
Land.
Katie, I think we could do a fun, like make you sound even better exercise here in a second. But
All right, great.
right now, I'm in what's called Far mode. So if I switch this app that you can use to control your MV7 as well. It's called the Shure Plus Motive Desktop app. And if I go over here, so I can switch it to be in near mode or far mode. So if I didn't want to be up on it. And I have it in auto level mode. So it's actually going to adjust my gain in real time, which is super great if you have no idea what you're doing with audio. Put it into auto level mode. It's going to adjust your compression, your gain, a little bit of EQ. You can also customize it here to be dark, natural, or bright. And then if you want to go a little further, you can adjust your mic gain in manual mode. And you can also adjust your EQ curves. And these come directly from the SM7B. So the back of my SM7B looks just like these guys here. So if you just want to plug it in, start rocking and rolling and using the microphone in all of its glory, you can do that. But if you want to have a little more control, you can get in there and go under the hood. So I was going to say to Katie, it sounds like you might be in far mode, but we could maybe play with it to put you in near mode and have some more of the echo of the room taken out.
That is true. I would need to download the app on my computer very quickly.
Good thing I didn't say that before. No, I'm teasing. So you know what's really cool about the mic is if you have the treatments and you're, say, using plugins or something like that, you do not have to have the app. Some of the other USB mics out there, you have to install the app whether you need it or not. So I like the fact that it does work without it, but it's good to have it. I'm just weird because I wish they called it proximity mode as it's supposed to be called. Because now we're teaching people easy words, and then when they call someone like me for help, and they're saying like,
Yes.
well, I was using near mode and far mode. I'm like, what? And they're like,
does
you know,
that
near mode and
mean?
far mode. And I'm like, no. They go, okay, you know how like when you talk on the mic, you always talk on the mic? I'm like, yeah, proximity, because the mic has a foot trim and you have to
Yeah.
speak inside the foot trim and make sure that you're at the right distance, about 3 to 4 fingers, and you sound perfect. And they go, yeah, it's just near and far. And I'm like, no, it's not.
This is me. I'm like, it's
No, it's
near,
proximity.
near and far.
But and I get
just-
why
yeah.
everyone does that to help, you know, sort of bridge the gap. But at least put proximity in parentheses so that when they ask the
Okay.
nerd a question, that we don't look like
That
we're
we know what
speaking.
they're talking about?
Yeah.
Noted.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm on it. I can take that back to the team. Oh, Tom. Tom is lighting up the chat.
I know,
Like,
I was
this
gonna say,
guy's
we
rocking
have-
it.
You're, Laura, Tom is microphone phenom, okay?
Laura,
in
Tom,
his
Tom,
shot,
Laura.
he has 26 mics. No, 28 mics now.
Wow.
And he makes Heather use whatever leftovers he don't like.
Oh,
Until we
Tom.
got her the purple MV7, and this is her first, and she was so excited. So my first mic that's not
That's
a hand-me-down.
hers.
This is
Yeah,
mine.
that is her mic.
It's her
Okay.
mic.
All right.
So if I see you using it, Tom, you're in trouble. But yeah, he's
But
the mic
Tom,
phenom, so
Tom
we love
did
him.
say that you can use the light up these LEDs as an audio meter, and you can. That's a new release in the app. So like if I go back over
Yo,
here
that's
and show
dope.
you
I
my
like
app
that.
again,
I didn't know you
and
could
I
do that.
enable audio meters.
Oh,
Now, when you go back over here, you'll see that it's actively showing me my audio gain. Now you can't hear me as well. But
what, man?
yeah, we fancy.
Buckminster, I just learned something new today. Thank you.
Tom, you should be hosting
Yes.
the show. I'm not.
I know.
You
This
need
is
to
great.
be on with us.
Then we got to paint the whole room blue.
True that.
We have Matt hanging out with us. Hey, Matt, thanks so much for taking the time to be with us today. Matt wants to know a comparison between the SM7B and the Heal PR40.
Heil.
I'm saying everything.
The Heil PR40.
Heil.
Yes. Similar.
I know the answer.
Similar yet different. Yeah. What's it?
SM7B, period. In the story. Matt, next question. Matt is all things YouTube. I
No.
love Matt. He's a member of my group. I absolutely love Matt. But here's my love for the SM7B. The microphone was born in 1966. It's all great things.
No. That was the SM58, born in 1960.
Yeah. But the technology that this comes from
Oh,
back
the
then.
Unidyne capsule?
Yeah.
That was before that too. But that's all right. Let's keep going with this.
So
Where are we going?
I
Yeah.
just really like this mic because it's been around forever. I have a partner that has an SM7 from the early
Mm-hmm.
70s,
Oh, sweet.
and the 7B is an evolved version of it. That 70s mic is still working. It still sounds fantastic, and many people with the really, really OG mics, it's just something about the warmth and the depth that comes from the SM7B that the Heil doesn't bring. The Heil's roll-off is in a different position, so it lacks that warmth and depth, and that's why. But I think a lot of people just
Right.
got it because it was really good at noise rejection, which they both do. So if you want more transparency, because your voice is nice, which yours is not, Matt, I know what you sound like, then you want, I'm joking, you want that,
Burn. Oh
you
my
want
gosh,
that
the
warmth
ouch.
boost. That's what the
Yes.
SM7B, it brings a certain level of vocal presence and warmth boost that nobody else does, and that's why it's sort of industry standard for podcasts. But the PR40 is a good mic.
It is. We
I
never
love it.
disparage. And
I love
it
it.
is
We're not,
I'm just making fun of Matt.
Adrian, hey, you're hanging out with us today. I love it. What distance are we talking with Far mode? What's the difference between Near and Far as far as distance goes?
Far. So the purpose, because I saw somebody say like get rid of it entirely. Like,
Yeah.
I get it. I hear
me
you.
too.
I feel you. I'm
Get rid
with
of
you because I like to eat the mic personally.
Yes.
But
This is the closeness.
yeah. Reasoning behind it is not everybody wants their camera on screen or their microphone on screen on camera. So you can effectively capture your sound from about a foot away with
Okay.
Far mode. So that's why. and that's the
Adrian is
distance,
in
Adrian.
the UK, so can you give us that in meters? Just kidding.
No, I cannot. But Godspeed.
Point eight.
English
Godspeed.
friends.
Oh, there we go. Point. Jerry is here hanging out with us. He wants to know on the Shure MV7, does the DSP from the Motive app work on both XLR and USB or only on USB?
Only USB. Because if you think about it, when you plug this microphone in, the MV7 in via XLR, it is acting just like this KSM8 or just like this Super 55. It's a dynamic mic. So it doesn't have any DSP processing. It's just plugging in an XLR cable into whichever interface you're going into. So no, but
questions.
if you do change the DSP, using USB, and Doc kind of alluded to this, it will remember the settings. So that's why you don't have to use the app all the time if you're going USB. But it won't light up when you're using it with XLR. A lot of people are like, what the heck? And we're like, this doesn't light up. Like, why are you yelling at us? So that's kind of the thing to keep in mind. It's just an XLR mic.
That's cool.
So,
That's super cool.
Yes.
I love it. And Ashley wants to know where the color options come from.
For
yes.
the MV7, it's colorware PC.
Colorware PC.
But the SM7B, the
think it's
only
just
company I
colorware.com,
saw that
isn't it?
had colors, they're in the UK and they stopped answering. So I don't know what happened. I don't know if they became a
They're inundated.
or they became a casualty of the situation, as I like to call it, because it's dope. So yeah, I've been thinking about braving it and taking it apart and taking it to my friend's powder coating
We've done
shop
that.
to get
We
it
have done
powder
that.
coated.
We actually had 2 custom SM7Bs done for Ninja.
Oh,
and they looked
fun.
sweet, but
love
they were
Ninja.
like a Lego jigsaw puzzle from hell to put back together. So
all right.
Yeah.
Everyone listening?
Yeah, so that's
Yeah, keep
might be
that
better
in
not
mind.
to do that.
That's the scary part.
Yeah.
But yeah, so if you want to use an MV7 colorware PC, they are, I believe, properly authorized for everything because
They are.
it's gorgeous. Evie has a red one. She started it in our community, of course.
she started it.
And then now Heather has the purple one. Now, one thing that's cool, there is a site that you can go to called reporterstore.com. And if you notice on my SM7B, Pastor Keith, a bunch of us, we have Tom, we have color windscreens. So we replaced this and changed it to a color windscreen. And oh yeah,
Yes,
if
you
own
did,
one of
which is
these,
super-
don't grab it and pull it, squeeze the ring and take it off like a human.
Life lessons from Doc
Yes.
Rock.
That is important.
I'm scrolling through here. Colby, thanks so much for being here. I hope everything is going well in your part of the world. Forgive me if I already mentioned, but do you have an economical suggestion for booms for the MV7?
I have one. Don't buy
Okay.
economical booms. They drip. And nothing is
isn't
worse
good.
than your life. Oh, actually, mine is dripping right now. And so you don't do that. Now, here's what's cool. Elgato, who's sponsor for Leap, has just released 2 mic arms. They're only $100. And it's worth every penny of it. Ask anyone in our group that has them. They are amazing. I have the low sweep, which means that it comes this way and up because I like the mic to come under chin because then I can hide it by the beard. It's not that big a deal. They also have the over like this that has an extension that will let it reach over your monitor and come towards you. So for $99, I would say get those or Gator Frameworks or Compass. I'm not really a fan of the Compass, but it's strong. When you buy these like random scissor arms, you'll just be talking and your mic will be going down and you'll be like doing it. So it's
Far.
not
Yeah,
worth
it's
it.
not good.
It's so
Not a
not
good
worth
look.
it because they drip like nobody's business and they squeak when you turn them. This is quiet. This is a Heil, so it's okay. This is not a cheap one, but be careful of drippy arms. Just don't bother with it.
Drippy arms. Yes.
Drippy
It is good advice. It is good advice to spend the money on a solid boom arm and any mic stand in general. I would recommend K&M. They are really solid.
Really good,
On
yeah.
stage stands.
On
Really
stage.
awesome.
Yep.
Yeah, and then there's some that are like ridiculously like Yellow Tech. Ridiculously expensive.
Oh,
but
I
they're
wanted
cool.
Yellow Tech Mika so bad, and I was just about to do it, and then Elgato was like, "Hey, look, we got a swing. I'm in $99 because that thing is $400."
Yep.
But
Sold.
it's really worth it, and I agree with you on stage is good stuff. They're not expensive. On stage has
No.
been around forever. It's heavy. It's solid. And the other reason why you got to be careful too is if you ever have to touch the boom on really junk
Yep, the
booms, you
handling
hear
noise.
the boom touch.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
it's a dong, it's making all these transformer noises.
Handling
not a good
noise.
look.
Not
Not a
good.
good look.
Not what we're looking for.
Cut a corner someplace else.
Not what we're looking for. All right. I think we talked a little bit about this already, but yeah, the difference between Far and
Yeah.
we covered that one.
Hey, Budge.
Well, no, we can do. He wants to hear it in real time. I'm not.
Oh,
scared.
hear the difference. You're right. All right, let's do it.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay. All right. So. Okay. So
Get ready,
here's
get ready,
Far
guys.
mode. I mean, here's Far mode. Okay. So theoretically, with Far mode, it actually takes a minute to adjust, so it's not like an instant thing, but it will adjust to be much better than if I were in near mode. And now it will adjust to that and adjust my gain. So if I put it into far mode and give it a second to figure out, I feel like Grover. Near far. In far mode. I say that every time. Someone's like, you should make a video with Grover. I'm like, yeah.
Oh my
got
goodness,
that, kind of
that would be classic.
It would be amazing. Hashtag wishing. All right, so yeah, exactly. So far mode, I don't use it. I keep it in the near, because that's my jam. But that is how you can use it should you not want it in your face. That's how you.
I'm loving all of these amazing comments.
Rob is right too. The on-stage table mount stand, I think that was for Kobe. The on-stage table mic stands, I swear to you, is $16. And for the longest time, I had Nathan screwed into that, and it was just on the table. And I really liked it until I got the arm. So that works. And Keith is making fun of me.
And Alex is saying, demonstrating why the Far shouldn't even exist.
Yes.
Come on now. Come on.
It's not for everyone, okay?
It's not for anyone. They're just making concessions for people that went to Adrian's class about put it out of the frame. And now everybody wants that. And I understand, like, if you're not... We're born and raised in studios, Alex, so we've been around mics forever. We know where they go. We know why it's supposed to be that way, so we don't think about it. But people that are just getting into casting and whatever, they think about it a lot, and then once they hear it from someone, then you can't take it away from them. So even Luria, who's been in streaming for 15 years, she wants it out of the shot.
Yeah, there's a lot. I appreciate, on the devil's advocate side of it, I appreciate the look of it.
It looks fantastic, but your stream, okay, I'm going to say something that's going to sound crazy to you people, because I do a lot of making the shot look good. Sound is way more important.
Sound is way more important.
If I had to give them a number scale, sound is 88% of your show, and your video is that last piece, right? So make it sound good. You know what I mean? You can have bad graphics. If you sound good, people will still listen. Is what it is.
Yeah, we've done studies on that. I mean, being an audio company, we're kind of like into it. But no, I mean, we did studies, and people will hang with you. If your video is subpar, because let's think, even like 3 to 5 years ago, everything was pixelated and crazy. Think of the quality that we expect now. But still, people would hang if the video was meh, but the audio, if it was not good, they were out.
Yeah, no, it's a really...
Blair Witch, man. Blair Witch, crappy video, but the audio was solid. Everybody watched it. It almost won some awards. So, yeah, it's proof
that
positive.
Movie scared the bejesus.
Yeah. I can't decide like how I feel about it. I still have not formed a decision on that movie after years since I've seen it. All right, so this is a great question coming in from unidentified Facebook user. I see folks using various mic positions. What's the best mic position?
The one you like.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, plug in a set of headphones and move around and see what you like and see what resonates with you. Record it as well, see what's sounding good, see what's capturing what you want. But good rule of thumb, pun intended, is the 2 to 3 fingers off the mic if you're going to be broadcast.
That's right, inside the foot
That's what Doc was saying.
Yeah, I learned something new.
Because microphones do not reach out and grab sound. I think there's like this misconception that they listen, and it's like, no, they're kind of dumb. Like they're just, beautiful pieces of engineering that you have to physically put something into them.
Sorry,
they're
Mike.
not going to be like,
sorry, Mike.
Excuse me? Yeah, that's not.
Reach out and... No, sorry.
Yeah. Oh, it's Callie.
I think like with this style of mic, the shotgun mic, which this is our VP83F, people think that it like reaches out. It's like a targeted sound, and all it is doing is rejecting more of the sound coming in from the side and giving you a more focused polar pattern. So that's why it's so good for Foley and field audio, and why you see it as boom operators holding it, on film sets. But it doesn't like point its sound like a laser pointer. That's not how it
right.
works.
If you have a long skinny mic and it
Tom,
rejects,
stop it.
what did he say?
Mics are kind of dumb, Laura. For sure.
Wait, you're trying to get me fired. Our
That's
mics are
tough.
very intelligent. This is actually a super
The
smart
wonderful.
And actually, the MV7 is smart because it can self-calculate near, far.
car.
So if you have a long skinny mic that rejects the noise from the sound from the side, you actually have a pencil mic. It's not a shotgun. Shotgun mics have ears on the side in the interference tube in order to pick up the ambience from the side. That's what it's for, which is why it's funny that YouTubers tell other YouTubers put a shotgun mic and let it reach to your sound and talk into it. And then they go to us and go, Ecamm spikes my fans and I can hear it in my show. Well, what are you using? Well, I'm using a shotgun mic. Oh, you mean the one that's designed to hear the bird noises as well as the actor talking? Yeah, that's what you're hearing. The holes in the side of a shotgun, AKA interference tube, the capsule's here. Then there's a long interference tube, and then there's a screen. It's designed so that you can pick up the ambient sound from the side, so you get spatial awareness as to where the character is. Like he's frolicking in the briar, and you hear the woodpecker. It's for that. That's what it's for.
Yes.
So you have to sound treat your room so that there's no side reflections in order to get a shotgun mic to work inside, because it's not for inside.
Well,
That's actually
and
a really
the-
great
this
point, 'cause I
one,
think-
too,
Yeah, go ahead.
yeah, it's not. Again, it's not gonna.
That's the camera one you have there is probably more pencil than shotgun, but they just call them all shotguns because they're long.
It's both. You can see. I
There
took
you
off
go.
its hat.
There's the interference tube.
Took off
Take off his
its hat.
hat.
Look at the interference tube.
But yeah, the reasoning with the way the side vents are designed is to be able to hear the woodpecker in the bushes and the actor, but not hear as much of the wind noise because it can actually
Correct.
There you go.
That's
help
what it's for.
baffle that. But that's why you see those big dead
The
cats,
blimp.
as they call them, the big furry windscreens on there, because that'll actually kill the windscreen.
I've been waiting for people to tell us we can't call them dead cats anymore.
Yeah, I know. It's like, that is very offensive. Well, probably, but that's what they've been called.
There's no real cat in there, but it is made. A lot of the higher ones are made out of Agora, which is rabbits. So
Oh, don't say that. I have 2 rabbits.
okay,
Now I'm
we'll
offended.
use
No, I'm just
synthetic ones around you.
Yeah, it's not real,
Yes.
Angora.
Yes.
So, a few questions from my end. So, as a still learning slight noob, as a full noob learning and growing,
Not cat.
I want to ask questions for all the people out there who are sitting on their questions out of fear of looking stupid.
Don't be scared.
Don't be scared. Ask these questions.
them
I'm going to
questions.
ask them.
Ask.
So,
Ask.
so let's talk about finding the best mic for the studio that you have or your goals, which is super important to us because I feel like at Ecamm, we have so many different customers across so many different industries, but they all want like one gear guide from us, which is great. And we put together our everything gear guide. But I would love to know, like, for let's say a like one woman band doing, you know, live stream and a podcast versus like a bigger studio space. How do you think through what mics to get for your space?
Yeah, that's a question that I answer all the time, and it's a very important question to ask yourself before investing any sort of money into these devices. You have to determine where you're going to be recording, and if you are not going to be recording in a professionally treated studio or room, I would recommend going with a dynamic microphone. So SM7B is a dynamic, MV7, even an SM57, SM58. With EQ, you can do a ton of cool things with a 57. We have put some cool windscreens on there, and people are like, that sounded just as great as an SM7B. So if you're not in that perfect space, I'd recommend going with a dynamic. Condensers are more sensitive. They work completely differently from a dynamic, if we want to get into that at all.
Sure.
Although I don't have my fun capsule to show you, but essentially
No
a dynamic
props?
microphone. Yeah, I do. I normally have that. I mean, I have this one, the KSM8, but this is a dual dyne. This has 2. This thing's actually like amazing. 2
cool.
diaphragms on this to help negate the proximity effect and
So
create
cool.
this like super big sweet spot. But I digress. Okay, so the way a normal one would work if this guy was not up here, you'd have your diaphragm here, which is a thin membrane. When you talk or speak into it or sing into it, it vibrates. It's attached to a little metal wire that's attached to a coil that is surrounding a magnet. It moves, it generates an electromagnetic signal, takes your acoustic signal and converts it into electricity so you can be amplified, heard, recorded, etc. So it takes a little bit of like oomph to make that physically all happen, right? Like a little more energy. Whereas a condenser microphone is much more sensitive. It has an electronically charged backplate instead of that magnet that it has to have a coil that physically moves. So it's just a lot less resistance, but it's more sensitive, so it's going to capture your HVAC, your shuffling, you know, all the things around you. And so that's why a dynamic is a good way to go for most applications like what we do. I would say.
Awesome. And so next question, does it matter between USB or not? Like, does it when you're making those kinds of decisions, I guess it's an additional cost to get something to plug it into if you don't go with the USB microphone.
Not really. Not really. It's and that's the thing that everyone I think does, but it's not necessarily the case because what they'll do is I'll get a USB microphone because it's simple, and then when I edit it, I got to go into my editor and I got to download this isotope plugin to do this thing that the interface had built in, or I have to download this other program to do this thing that the interface built in. So that was old school. But now newer USB mics like this and its contemporaries, that software and stuff is on the fly now. Before it didn't exist. You had a USB mic, you plugged it in, you got noise, and then you spent a lot of time fixing it. But now you have like the Motive app, which is doing lots of things. You can on some of the USB mics, you can even model mics. So you can make it sound like something completely different. So USB mics have grown up. The science behind the connections is just BS. People used to love to say that this was going to sound better because of this. And it's not really the sound. It's the connectivity. Like you do have a stronger, more stable connection on this because there's no computer involved. There's no electricity.
Right.
There's no, I plugged in my USB coffee mug and my mic went off. What happened? Because you were using an Ember coffee mug that drew too much power. So, yeah.
Guilty.
I love the Ember coffee mug, by the way. That's a dope invention.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you don't have to, if you want to get into it and you want to just buy a microphone that you can plug in and it sounds great, that's where a USB mic is super handy. It takes out the barrier of having to learn another piece of gear. You don't have to use a DAW, a digital audio workstation.
Yeah.
You can, just go straight into live streaming and have it sound fantastic.
Great.
But, not all interfaces are crazy expensive too. Like behind me on my Casio over here. I grab it, but my headphones are going to rip out of my head. That's our MVI, and it's just a single channel interface. Yeah. And, it's $99. So easy.
Yeah, interfaces have come down a lot, and so has other mics. Like interfaces have come down a lot. Apollo is still the dopeness. I thought she went to go get her guitar.
No. Yeah. Play us a song.
I couldn't resist. Whenever I can have a prop.
There you go. Oh, I love a good prop. Yeah.
See?
So cute.
So dope.
So small.
And travel friendly.
Travel
Look at that
friendly,
thing.
I know.
Yeah.
As a person who just lugged a bunch of gear on the plane, I like travel friendly gear now.
Amen.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys follow the voiceover beard, but he's done a ton of stuff for us lately, and he's hilarious. And he says in one of his videos for us that is about to be released that he calls it the laughably indestructible MVI.
That's what people like I need. That feels like in this.
See, that's even more cool.
I love
right?
it. Very
so cool.
So it's kind of like they took the controls off of the MV7 and like wrapped it in a snuggly piece of plastic and was like, "Here you go, gang."
Metal. This is not plastic.
Ooh.
That's metal.
That's why
like
it's
a weapon.
indestructible.
Do not hit your friends or family with this.
Yo,
I don't know if you can see that. Like, how do you demonstrate that something's metal? But
That's cool.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Crazy.
We took the controls come from our MV51,
Oh, there you go.
which can also kind of be used.
We're
as
forcing
a
Laura to grab
weapon.
every mic on her desk.
Oh, okay. I love this mic too.
We have this one as well, and it's
Yeah,
awesome.
Sean Cano uses this on Think Media, and I guess I
does.
should
I
have plugged
sent
the
him that
battery
one.
in.
That's all right. I'll be in the dark for a moment.
Oh, wah, wah.
Here, use
wah,
this one.
wah,
I don't
wah,
need to.
wah.
You still look great.
We'll see how long this light goes. There? No, you're in your way.
Oh, you can take the base off. It should stand up on the table. There you go.
Hold, please. Go ahead, keep talking.
I guess I should
We'll
have
see
plugged
how
the
well
battery.
my voice isolation technology works because I think my neighbor is dropping off a bag of tomatoes, and we'll see how well it rejects my dog losing his mind when someone rings the doorbell.
There
It's
we
gonna
go.
be Great.
Haha.
See, that's cool too, right? The voice isolation technology that's built into these is extremely helpful if you do have kids that are there or people next door or the pizza man
Bringing
shows
tomatoes.
up and
Tomatoes everywhere.
and Ben and Finley decide to start barking.
Yep.
It just happens. So I mean that's cool. Again, mics have come so far. Like as an OG mic person, like I'm kind of impressed by what's coming out with these new mics and stuff like that.
It's awesome. We have a bunch more questions. I'm going to scroll through here. So we have Callie is asking if there are any plans to introduce headset mics so needed in the yoga and fitness industry, and only a few solid options
We have
available.
so many. We have some really cool ones. I don't know how important budget is, but I would say, as Doc says, like spend the money and get something that's going to be worthwhile. Like Shure makes two lines, one called Twinflex and one called Duraplex. And the Duraplex one is impervious to dust, sweat, moisture, dirt.
Good for
really great for
fitness.
yoga, fitness. Yeah, and I have one over there. I can grab that too.
Of course you do.
I know.
I love it.
Put me off camera for a second. So
right,
I know.
all right.
I like
There we
the
go.
idea of the Duraplex thing too because if I remember correctly, she got a Countryman H4 or H6. They're not cheap, but they're worth it. And somebody had mentioned earlier about the SM58 being a budget person's mic. No, the SM58 is legendary. It costs $99 to $129 depending on switch or no switch because that's what it's worth. It's always been that price for way back when I bought my first one, like in the late 70s. It was $100. It's always been
It's the
$100.
same.
That's
Yeah.
still, it's
I
still,
know. It's
but
like I think it's a testimony to like how gigs have not changed either. Like if you're doing a 3-hour set as a singer-songwriter, you're still getting $150 to $300.
There's no inflation.
Whether
Yeah.
it's 1975
It's the same,
or
yeah.
now.
it's kind of crazy, right? So
right.
that microphone, for what it's for and what it does, it's why it costs what it is. But it's not to be compared with an SM7B because it's a different mic. But yeah,
I'm
that's
trying
cool.
to show you the mic itself. There we go.
That is nice. What is that little
so-
Jetsons thing on the side?
What, this thing?
The circle, yeah.
That's so it doesn't lean on your cheek. It gives you that little bit of buffer. And so you can customize the fit. But the Duraplex, it's aptly named. Like it's meant to be super durable and used for applications that take a beating. And it comes in several different color options. You don't have to have it in the headset. You can get it as a straight up lav. And the Twinplex is just kind of the next level up from that. And it's used traditionally in like a theater or broadcast application. And there's several variants there. But I've been using this one, and I actually love it because when I'm not doing live streams and talking about microphones, I use them as a singer-songwriter, and I like to loop. And this has been a game changer because I can loop and have like all hands-free and not have to be up on the mic and all this jazz. So
That's cool.
I would recommend that. And it's very lightweight, so if you're doing yoga and fitness, yeah, super, super comfy.
We're solving problems today, you guys.
I know. I really like that.
Solving problems.
Solving
left and right.
problems. This is a super important question. Can we petition to get you guys
saw
to
that.
allow color wear in restaurants? We are working on it.
I wonder if you can just I don't know if you can ask him to do it.
I feel like if enough
But-
of us ask them to do
If the whole
If the
Ecamm
whole
community,
Ecamm
we're going to
community-
pick a date and time for the email to come out. And then we're
Yeah.
going to all send their emails the same day. And then they'll be like,
I
dang,
want
funny.
to show people though. Like, can I? There we go.
Okay, one sec.
This is color wear. I'll get rid of my picture.
That looks like Evie's.
And this is for the MV7, but like I don't think you guys realize how cool this is to customize. Like, what? You can make it glossy or matte. All of these things.
Team Matt.
whatever colors
Tom
you want, and
wanted
then you just
glossy.
click on them.
You guys, we're only going to be using these for a couple of days before we send them to be colorized. No, just kidding.
Yeah, I know.
That's
you can do it after the fact too, but like you can just go to Colorware and click around and play with it and make whatever.
Colorware.com, everyone. Shoot on over.
You can go nuts in here pressing all the things. And we spent a lot of time trying to figure out Heather's color for her mic. But when she got it is so gorgeous. Like, it is quite the amazing microphone. So, yes, custom color one of them suckers.
Yeah. Because it's not like there's like 3 colors to choose from. Like, you can get crazy with the Cheese Whiz up in there. Like, it's fun times. Fun times. Endless combinations.
Endless combinations.
Yeah, I made one that looked like the Joker from Batman. And I sent it to Keith or the convos in the chat. And I was like, you need this for your studio? He just looked at me like, what is that?
Oh my gosh.
This is very true. I need to not be talking while I'm moving my head because I'm causing issues.
Well, no, because that's the sound. That's the important sound of explaining again, like, with that side reflection. Now, here we are both and this is a good case for USBs, no interface. We have 2 USBs plugged into the same computer. It causes 0 trouble whatsoever. And
so easy.
Unless Katie points herself this direction, it doesn't reflect, this close, like we're in the same spot, and it's perfectly good. So you just got to be cognizant, and you would definitely put them both in near mode to make sure that it would reject the furtherness more.
The furtherness, yes.
Furtherness.
The furtherness.
Yes.
Laura, I make up words all the time.
I love that about you. I was just going to show this too. So somebody had asked what color variations the Duraplex come in. And this is your answer.
There we go.
Sorry.
No, you're fine.
So you have 4 different color variants.
Nice.
That's nice.
And then I think Twinflex has even more. Let's just do a search, and you'll see, because there's differences here, which I love. Because the whole thing about these microphones too is the cable. Like, you're probably looking at it and going, "Girl, I'm gonna break that in like 5 seconds," but you won't, because it's this medical grade cable, and we've done all these crazy tests that like this kind of cable can go into your body as a medical device.
Oh my goodness, do not put this into your body as a medical device.
But,
in teaching hospitals,
it's
the
durable.
surgeon will wear that to explain the surgeries to people that are watching from someplace else. So Queen's Hospital in Hawaii is a teaching hospital, and they'll have surgeons from all over the world watching as another surgeon from somewhere else in the world is doing a surgery on a person at the Hawaii place. So we have the robotic surgery room. So, like, they control everything from one place, and the narrator is explaining, and all the other guys are learning how to do some new technique.
Okay. That's fascinating. I didn't know that.
I don't think it's cool.
Learn something new every day.
If you've ever done theater or run sound for theater, you know that, like, actors are a little hard on their equipment, but they'll hand you this like tangled mass of cable, and you'll be like, thanks, great. But ours, like, there's no memory in it, so you don't have the crimping, and it doesn't get brittle, and you can paint the cable. So let's say you needed it to be green, or if you're Kermit, then you can do that too. So they're paintable cables for the Duraplex and Twinplex. So that's,
we were just talking about bendy cables right before the stream because I hate it. I purposely buy new cables that don't have memory. It's super funny. That's cool.
Okay, all right, there you go.
There we go. And people are loving the color options. It's a great color options there.
Yay! I wish there were more, but I think it's a start. That's all I'm going to say.
It's a good start. It's a good start.
Yes.
That's cool. Yes. I'm really digging this.
I think I'm just going back through to see. I know I was behind on the questions. I'm sorry, guys. Here. Someone had asked up above about updates to the SM7B. Let's see here if I can find that.
Update?
Oh yeah, Explanatory Live wanted to know, is there going to be an update to the Shure SM7B?
Eventually. I'm joking.
We'll get there.
The last one was in 2000.
We are always working on new and exciting projects here at Shure, so stay tuned.
Laura herself has every mic imaginable there. So
what's funny is, if I remember correctly, this is only the 3rd or 4th rendition of the mic. Like, because it's so dope. Like it doesn't require much. I think the A-Rev went away in either 2000 or 2001. And prior to that, the last Rev at that moment was something like 82 or 83. So there's not been a lot of revs of this mic because it works. Like if it ain't broke, right?
Yeah.
Like what are we trying to update? What do you want?
Yeah, exactly.
This is a great question. We'll force you to go back to what you just talked about, but the differences between those two, yeah.
So Twinflex gives you some more options in the capsules that you can select. So if you're going to be doing more speech or vocals or, close talk applications, like that's where Twinflex kind of excels, is that you just have more options there for connectivity, colors, and the mic capsule itself. And Duraplex is just a different mic capsule as well. It's a MEMS microphone as opposed to a condenser capsule. So it's just a different technology, but it still sounds fantastic. So it really comes down to if you're going to be abusing this microphone and, like sweating into it and all that jazz. Twinflex is impervious to water as well and sweat, but the Duraplex is just like one step further than that.
That's Kali, right? That's Kali, by the way. That's the same person. She came over to the other side.
You've joined us.
Yes.
You're no longer an unidentified Facebook user.
Yes.
Yeah,
I
I know.
love
Look
it.
at this. I love it.
But that's
I'd
cool
love
that
to
you had
flex.
to use
Okay.
makeup to color your microphone.
That's smart.
nuts.
Really
That's,
smart,
that's super
actually.
nuts.
But now
Yeah,
you don't
That's what
need
they
to.
do in theater. Like when you see it, like the theater actors are wearing them up in their wigs and stuff. So like you can get crazy with.
Oh,
No, we
you
had this
just made Doc's
conversation.
day because we had this
Yes.
conversation.
his
we
doc
had,
wants
we
a
had the
wig. Like, what-
conversation about how theater folks put their microphone into their wig sorry, I'm not talking to our mic, into their wigs. And no one believed. Well,
They thought I was crazy. No, you say it. They thought I was crazy.
not-
Doc is high. There's no way. I was like, if you look at Hamilton pictures close up,
Yes, have you
the
seen
mic is
Hamilton?
right
Like,
here.
hello?
It's
Yeah.
right here in the top of his little wig piece. Yeah, okay, whatever, man. Cool story, bro. And I'm glad you told them the truth.
I was not a doubter,
I'm
but
here
now I am 100% a believer. If Laura says so, then we're good.
Yeah,
Then we're
like,
good.
Where's
they'll
Jill?
tape
Record
it,
this
They
part.
can tape it here. They can put it here. That's where Lynn was wearing his. Like we're on a first name
Oh,
basis.
yeah,
like,
of course.
me and Lynn.
Close
like,
friend.
and then someone having here.
Yeah.
We're in a big Hamilton phase here in the house
Oh,
just right now.
same,
so I
same.
feel like Lynn and I should be on a first name basis.
Does it make me a bad parent if my 6 and 9-year-old both know like the entire score to that? Like they know
Makes you a
every
better
word,
parent.
including
They
the
are
swear words.
learning history.
We're
I
just,
know.
Whatever,
I
man.
we're
love
all
it.
in. We're just all in for that.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
they're learning history.
I love it.
It's all good.
Yes.
Alex really thinks that we should have color foamies. And foamies, is
Foamies
a fun word.
are legit, and you can get the color foamies. I
Yeah.
fully, wholeheartedly agree.
I was looking around for this and I measured the bore. The internal bore is 55 so far. I can't find anyone that makes them. So we've been thinking about like trying to go and find someone to just start making color foams for the MV7. Because the SM7B you can get from Reporter Store.
Well, but you can do this.
Uh-oh, wait, you muted. Oh, she knows. Okay,
I
we're
should
good.
just use the regular one.
Ta-da! You can use an MV7 or an SM7B on an MV7.
Shut up. It works? No. No.
It works.
We didn't even bother
Somebody
to
actually
check that.
commented. They're like, it actually alleviates some of the plosives because that's true. Because
It
your
separates
foam,
you.
your foamy is okay. Let's have a little like physics demonstration here. Okay, here is our SM7B, right? Your capsule is all the way back here, and you have this gorgeous windscreen that's on there. So that's why people can just eat the heck out of this mic and not get plosives and proximity effect. Whereas my MV7 has this capsule.
Michelle. Michelle
So-
said, shut the
Shut
front
the
door.
front door. Yes, I say that daily.
Oh, yo, everybody, if
So.
you're thinking about ordering one from Reporter Store, do it now. Because it has
Go
to
now.
ship from UK, and now that LD just let out the situation, everybody's fitting to order more. Keith is already ordering now. Trust me.
Yeah.
Keith,
so-
you can get Miss Tina a color one. Oh, Keith got Miss Tina a gold color MV7, and it is everything. It is
That's like-
absolutely
Sounds
everything.
That's like a
Oh.
trophy.
No, you gotta
Seriously.
know Keith's wife, yo. She's a
That's-
little,
She deserves it.
She's a
She
diva.
deserves it. Yeah,
and
no.
she puts up with
That's
that
cool.
person. I can't say nice things about Pastor Keith.
person.
that pastor.
Yeah, he's that guy.
I think we should give
pranks
away
her.
next week a custom colorware option for the MV7, and it should be gold. It's like they shouldn't even have their
heard
option.
it
It should just
here
be
It
gold.
is
Solid.
gorgeous.
You
Yo,
heard it here first. Oh my goodness. I want to be respectful of your time. We are nearing the hour. Are there any other cool products or updates or things that you want the community to know about? I know we got lots going on. We have secret stuff we're not talking about, but is there cool,
I
is there
know.
cool
I
stuff
know. We always
you
have
wanna talk
secret
about?
stuff.
you guys notice all the bricks in Amesbury? It's so amazing.
There's a lot of bricks and names right here.
Oh my gosh. Wowzers. If you don't know that Shure makes amazing headphones and earphones, that would be my thing. I mean, we have the Aonic 50s right in front of them. Those are noise canceling headphones.
They're
insanely
fantastic.
great. And you can use them in the studio too. It's not just like, for travel.
Oh, the ear monitors we talked about on my show. What was that ear monitors? The two 15s?
Yeah, these are
those
the.
guys.
So I'm being super fancy today. I'm not gonna lie. These are my 846s, and oh my god,
Hey, girl.
I'm amazing.
quad driver. Yeah, but I use these on stage. Like these are my in-ear monitors. But we also have like a whole line of studio headphones. Like these. These are the SRH 840s. Super comfortable to wear. 440 all the way up to the SRH 1540 and 1840. So I don't want people to forget that we make really good solutions for monitoring as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Monitoring is really important. So
Yeah, see,
make sure that you don't
Devin's
forget about
talking about the 215s right there. They're amazing. They're only $100. But what's cool about them, which I learned the last time, which I didn't know, and Laura made my head explode, you can actually, when you want to not use them in the studio, you can swap it to a Bluetooth band. So if you want to ride bike like Keith, or you want to go somewhere, you can actually put those bad boys on. Yeah, see, they're so
These are my
rad.
215s. See, I thought I was fancy today. I don't even know what I'm sticking in my ears. These are my 215s.
You have too
Good
many. There's
Lord.
too many in front of you.
Is it 5 o'clock yet? I gotta go. Yeah, these are the 215s, and
See?
they come off, so you can attach them to our.
That Bluetooth thing is so cool because when you're done, if you want to go out, do something, be in the grass, ride a bike, whatever, you can use the same ones and sound good.
Yeah.
I heard the little click.
Yeah, the click is very satisfying.
Oh, very
Yes,
satisfying.
there's a true wireless adapter.
That's the name of
you
it.
can-
That is awesome.
See, that gets me back for the proximity. We get the true wireless adapter instead of the Bluetooth thingy. Nomenclature. It's important.
Absolutely amazing. I love it. Well,
Sweet.
it has been so fun hanging out with you as always, Laura. And Laura is doing a session and
I am.
Shure has a virtual booth at Leap Into Live next week. So if you're sitting here and you still haven't got a ticket, we are angry with you and we are concerned
judging
for
you.
you, and we really would like for you to grab one. So
We're
go
going to
on
send out an
Shame.
APB.
Where are you? We will miss you. We will notice if you were not there. No, but seriously, head over to leapinslive.com. If you have friends who would be taking advantage and learning lots, I'm sure that you all have friends and family and colleagues and everyone in between.
Yes.
Definitely. Yeah. Make sure that you swing by, hang out with Laura in the Shure booth and check out her talk. And if you have your all access pass, you can even watch it over and over and over again because that's what replays are
Who
for.
wouldn't want to do that?
Because who would want to do that?
gosh.
Take notes. Caleb is working
Yeah.
really hard on the attendee guide. There's like lots of space for action items and setting your
I gotta do all that.
intentions. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Owen
yeah.
thing.
Laura's needs to
I
get on.
gotta go.
Oh, that was called live shade.
I didn't mean that.
It
It
was
was
this guide that Laura hasn't sent her stuff in for.
Well, if it's
It was
any,
a compliment to
this
Caleb.
morning,
It was a
okay?
compliment to Caleb. It wasn't.
if
a
it's
slight
any
to her.
consolation, sometimes in her sessions, Laura will break out and play guitar. So who knows?
Anything's possible. I mean, what
Maybe
better
not
way to spend
this
time in the booth than just doing a live jam session? I'm sure we can get some musicians in. We could do all kinds of fun stuff.
I love that
Right,
we have
I'm
so
gonna
many,
go get
so many
my
musicians.
7-year-old
and
off the
everything.
bus because I just saw the bus drive by.
Get
So,
your 7-year-old off the bus. Thank you for hanging out with us, and we will
Thank
catch
you.
everyone next time.
Thank you. Aloha.
Bye, everyone.